live on the air. I'm Richard Saile.
This is wild.
Hello, welcome back to a series called NFL 2026 Offseason Grades. We're starting a new series where we're grading each NFL team's offseason in time for preseason predictions leading up into August. So this will be the first of many episodes of the offseason content for Lounge Time. I'm your host, Rich Saile, and today I am joined by my guest, Joey, to discuss the first of many NFL teams' offseason grades, starting with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joey, Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Rich.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who happens to be my friend Joey's team over here.
I am a Steeler fan.
It has been a change of the eras. Mike Tomlin is now gone.
Yes.
And in comes Mike McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's bringing in a new staff. Brian Angelico is the offensive coordinator. You have Patrick Graham now being the defensive coordinator. And looking at the Steelers offseason, and we're going to go bit by bit as far as what they were able to add and you know who they lost.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers is back. This is his final season. He's announced it like this is it for him.
Thank God.
Behind them, though, remains uncertainty as far as their quarterback position. But this is strictly about this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
They draft Drew Aller in the third round from Penn State, who would have been a first-round pick considering his talent if he'd not gotten hurt at Penn State last year. So Drew Aller is drafted in the third round, who might be the successor to Aaron Rodgers, depending on how the development goes there. You guys did add, though, Rico Dowdle to your backfield to go with Jalen Warren.
I love that.
Michael Pittman Jr. to go with DK Metcalf, drafted Jeremy Bernard in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Now, defensively, you guys add younger players to the secondary. Jaquan Brisker from the Bears.
Yes, love them.
Jamel Dean from the Bucks.
Love that.
Darnell Savage comes in as a backup rotating safety.
Okay, yeah.
Dalen Everett, you get the corner from Georgia.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I remember him.
looking at the Steelers' additions by subtractions, and you guys lost Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar in the secondary, notably.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jalen's shifting from corner to safety, or has made that change from last season. How do you think the Steelers did in building this team for the 2026 season?
I'm going to say, you want my grade?
No.
Okay.
Just how they did generally.
I would say generally we did pretty good. I loved everything except for the Rodgers thing. I don't know why we're so obsessed with this fucking old dude. But the good thing is our QB problem is a good problem because we have two young guys who McCarthy's known for developing quarterbacks. I heard Drew Aller's gonna get like a reset, like he's some freaking iPhone factory reset. That's what I heard. Which sounds good because he has some bad techniques from what I seen. Will Howard, he's a winner in college. He can maybe learn how to be patient. Learn how to. I seen they changed his throwing a little bit, how the way he throws the ball. And I'm surprised we still have Mason Rudolph, who's not a bad backup. I love the Michael Pittman, addition. We traded for him, and we're paying him cheaper than Alec Pierce. That the Colts overpaid for him. Again, he's underrated. I like Alec Pierce, but again, great deal on Pittman. I forgot we got Jamel Dean. I love that pickup. I love that. That was a very sleeper pickup. Love Brisker as well. I think our defense is getting older, so we definitely need younger pieces. TJ Watt's getting there. I know me and you were talking about Alex Highsmith might go on. He might be leaving. Cam Hayward's definitely, this might be his last year. You never know. He's old, but he's been doing great. But I love these additions. Our wide receiver room looks great. I love Jeremy Bernard that we drafted. We have Pittman, DK. Everything looks good. Just quarterback. Rodgers is so old, man. I don't know why we're like. I know that's Mike McCarthy's buddy, but he's like what? How old? He's 42.
42, yeah.
Oh my, like he's like a statue. He's like Big Ben all over again. It's like we're obsessed with old statues. But at least we have two young pieces at quarterback. That's my only hope.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the age in your defense, and you mentioned Alex Highsmith. They're looking to move, and let me address both of those quickly. First, with Alex Highsmith, there is rumors that the Steelers might trade him because of the extension to Nick Herbig, who they gave north of $20 million.
Underrated guy, young guy too. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, quick, on that extension?
I think that's a great extension. I think we're gonna look back at it. Again, I'm trying not to be biased here, but he's been great for us. Like, I think we're gonna look back at it and in a year or two and say, "Wow, this was a steal." Because this is the same thing that happened with Alex Highsmith. But again, we don't have Mike Tomlin, who's well known for defense. So maybe I'm wrong, and also I love the what's his name, the Ohio State guy that we have,
Jack Sawyer.
Yes, Jack Sawyer. He's been great. He had some good plays last year. Hopefully he'll develop as well. I think it's not a bad extension. I agree with the extension.
I want to talk about one player in particular that had a really good season for you guys. I don't know if you caught your eye as much. Peyton Wilson.
Yes, he did.
Him and Patrick Queen, I think, those two young inside backers,
Mm-hmm.
I think those are guys that I think are going to have really good seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and they're good building blocks with Joey Porter Jr. Brisker is a veteran that kicks in. Jamel Dean still got some years left. Keanu Benton is your young nose tackle.
He's been solid, yeah.
I think, talk to me about the young guys that you think, okay, if there's somebody that's going to break out or have a career year maybe that we're not talking enough about, who is that guy?
I'm going to say the Oregon D tackle we drafted last year. What's his name?
Derek Harmon?
Derek Harmon. I think because when he played, I think late in the season, our run defense was spectacular. It was spectacular. He was really good for us. I think he's not getting talked about enough because he was hurt, but he's healthy now. So he's been really under the radar. Like, he's pretty good for us. I think he's gonna take a step up.
Okay. Now I want to get to the concerns that you have with your Steelers. I know you're not a fan of the quarterback position, but do you have any concerns outside of the quarterback position that you think worries you most? Looking at just focus on you guys. I'm not going to talk about the division. But that worries you about position group wise heading into the 2026 season.
Cornerback. I know Jamel Dean's good. Joey Porter's good. But again, Joey Porter has flaggish penalty issues, But he had a great year. He did have a sleeper, underrated year. Jamel Dean, I don't know how he's going to do. That's why I'm a little concerned. The Buccaneers traded him or let him go for a reason, so we'll see. Another thing, TJ Watt's getting old. He did not have the greatest year last year. He had he probably definitely did have his worst year. Because he's always hurt. His age is getting there. That's the main issues right now. D-tackle, we're deep now at D-tackle. We have Benton, Derek Harmon to replace, Hayward, who's getting old. Those are the main issues right now.
Okay. You mentioned the age. Cam Hayward is going to be 37 heading into this season.
That's old.
TJ Watt, 31. Alex Highsmith, 28. Now, I'm going to tell you a position group that worries me a little bit, especially for your situation. And that's your interior offensive line.
Okay.
Because I look at Zach Frazier, he's a good player, but Mason McCormick at right guard, Spencer Anderson, I'm a little...
Oh, no, not Spencer Anderson.
I'm a little worried because Aaron Rodgers is not the guy he was 10 years ago that could still move around and roll out and throw.
So what I've heard, Spencer Anderson... He's not going to be our left guard. So they're going to shift Fatanu into the left guard position.
That was my next question.
And they're going to get the guy who we drafted start at tackle.
Max Ahencourt.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I've heard, which is good. I like that. Yeah. I like that idea. Because Fatanu is more of a run blocker, and he succeeded as a guard for like 1 or 2 games. So they were impressed.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, if that's the lineup that you're saying it's going to be where Fatanu kicks out,
Alleged
kicks into
lineup.
guard.
That's
kicks
what
into
I'm hearing.
guard.
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, if Fatanu kicks into guard and you move a Hencourt into the starting lineup,
Mhm.
you got an injury-prone left tackle in Broderick Jones, and you got a rookie at right tackle with Fatanu sliding into guard. McCormick is your right guard. I'm a little concerned.
McCormick is average, which is manageable. He deals with double teams, you know. So
Yeah.
I think one or two is gonna be fine. One or two like average O linemen should be at fine. Like Frazier is maybe above average a little bit. McCormick's average. So I think them double teaming will be fine.
I am just a little concerned because Aaron Rodgers is not going to move
Yeah,
like he once could. And I think with a rookie at right tackle, you've got a guy that's played some tackle, played some guard, sliding inside. McCormick, who is, like you said, average. I just think that teams are going to look to pressure Rodgers at the middle and say, okay, you're either going to have to get the ball out really quick or you're going to have to roll out to the right, which he can't move. And that's where the ends collapse the pocket a little bit and set the contains, but he's not going to really move a lot. And I just think with Broderick Jones being banged up, a rookie sliding in to right or left tackle, that's a very big concerning issue because even looking at your tackle depth here, Dylan Cook is your backup left tackle.
I heard
Jones.
he's okay. He's not bad for a backup, but yeah.
I just think...
Yeah, everyone else is,
I just think that's a huge problem as far as what you're supposed to be. And it's not just for a passing game, it's also for your running game with Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren probably going to get splitting carries or at least one might get line share of the carries. So I think that's my biggest concern for the Steelers heading into 2026 is, number one, that offensive line worries me. As far as, like, they were not a very good run blocking team. They have some guys that I think might worry me if I'm Aaron Rodgers, where I might have to get rid of the ball out quickly. I can't take as many sacks because of my age. And looking at your defense, you have some good inside pieces.
Yeah, I think we have some good pieces.
I just wonder, though, with the age of pass rush, who's that guy that's going to... Like, TJ Watt is great. He is 31. He's coming off some injuries.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to have maybe a game or two where he can produce the early impact in his career that he used to have?
The thing with TJ is his impact, it doesn't have to be pass rush because there's times where he doesn't need to pass rush and he gets a pick, forces, peanut punches, strip fumbles. I think TJ Watt is useful in that way. That's what makes him special. He's very versatile. That's why he's been Defensive Player of the Year one time.
Yeah.
That's why he's TJ Watt. And back to what you said about the offense with Rodgers letting it go quick. I think we got McCarthy and that Vikings offense coordinator for a reason. I think they're going to implement something to help Rodgers throw it quicker. Because Rodgers he's thrown it quick before, at least with the Packers in the old days. I know it's different now, he's old, but...
Screens, RPOs,
yes,
you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's part of it. Hopefully it's not going to be like Matt Canada all over again. But that Vikings OC comes with a good tree, so we'll see.
So the reason I'm bringing up your aging veterans up front, and especially at the defensive tackle and the edge spot, is I don't know who other than TJ Watt, maybe Nick Herbig if he has, if he lives up to that extension and rewards the Steelers for giving him the extension. I just wonder who's going to be the guy if they say they trade Alex Highsmith. Where, okay, we're expecting you to get 8 to 10 sacks in the season. Because TJ Watt, he had a solid season. Yeah. He had somewhere between, I want to say, 7 and 9 sacks last season, which is good by his standards. But I just don't know with the amount of injury, the wear and tear that he's had over his career. He's been in the league now 10 years.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much of that upside he's going to still have heading into year 10, where this is where you see production dip. And I just wonder, is Derek Harmon going to get somewhere between 7, 8 sacks? Keanu Benton's not really a pass rusher. Alex Highsmith, is he got it that you think can get double-digit sacks with attention to TJ Watt?
I mean, he showed it without TJ Watt.
Does Jack Sawyer get you more than you?
I honestly, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about our pass rush because Nick Herbert's shown he can do it. Jack Sawyer's shown he's been pretty good. He has flashes of talent in games. Same for Nick Herbig. I mean, those two guys give me hope. So, honestly, I'm not worried about the pass rush, but I would be worried about O-line, like you said. Yes, that's a worry. And QB, obviously, Rodgers is old. And corner. That's my main worries. I'm not going to worry about pass rush because we have some hope on our depth, for sure.
Okay. All right, let's move into predictions for your team. These are individual predictions. You can go team unit predictions as well. I'll lump those in together.
Okay.
So what are your... You can go bold predictions. You can go realistic predictions if you want.
Okay.
What are your predictions for this Steelers team as far as things that you think you expect this season?
I wouldn't be so. I'd hope this doesn't happen because I don't wish injury on anyone. I wouldn't be surprised if Rodgers hurts himself again because again, O-line's a scare. The dude's getting old, man. Like I don't know what the hell he was doing this summer. He was not answering any phone call. He was playing golf. He's barely I don't trust that. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see Rodgers get hurt. I hope I'm wrong. That's one worry.
Mm-hmm.
I think our defense is gonna take a step up to help Rodgers. But maybe I'm wrong because Mike McCarthy's an offensive-minded guy. But Patrick Graham has shown that he's elevated a Raiders defense that's not even great. So, I don't know. If you want me to go record?
You could give the record.
I'd say 9 wins because
9-8.
Yeah. I think minimum. I could see 10, maybe. Not confident though. But Browns, they lost Myles Garrett. I'm not really worried about them anymore. They're the Browns. Bengals, okay, I'm worried about. But again, their pass defense. I mean, yes, they got Dexter Lawrence. That's a good pickup.
Boye Mafe is a pass rusher.
Yeah, but their pass defense, it's still not great, you know? Ravens, yes, I'm worried about them because they have Lamar Jackson, okay?
A lot of other things.
But how do we know Jesse Minter is going to be good? Isn't he a defensive-minded guy?
Defensive coordinator
Yeah,
for the Chargers,
so
right?
what if the offense takes a dip? We don't know that, you know? Maybe the offense might look as worse as us, so because we have an offensive-minded coach, so... I think the Ravens defense maybe will make them number 1 seed for sure. That's a possibility.
I'm going to give you a couple of mine that I wrote down, and maybe this sparks some new ideas for you.
Okay.
I think we're going to see Rico Dowdle start out as the running back 2, but I think he's eventually going to grow into the running back 1 role by the time Week 18.
Really? Okay.
I think he's going to be before Week 18.
Wow.
I think Rico Dowdle is going to get 1,000 yards for you guys.
Wow.
Because I think what we're seeing with the Steelers is you have 2 running backs. If you won't remember with the Cowboys with Mike McCarthy, he had Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott for a little bit.
I remember.
I think you're going to see sometimes where they're going to go Warren and Dowdle with about 10 to 12, 15 carries on some games, depending on how it goes.
The only thing is none of them are like really bell cows. They're more like pass catchers. Guys you just run the ball with to try to get like a third down back.
You know, like Dowdle was a bell cow in a little bit.
He managed to be a good bell cow, but he's not known to be a bell cow, you know? Mm-hmm. Chuba Hubbard was known to be a bell cow because he's a physical back, you know? Mm-hmm. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, Rico was pretty good. I love that pickup. I think in terms of talent, he's better than Kenneth Gainwell did great for us too. I can't deny, but he showed flat. I mean, this dude had 300 scrimmage yards in one game or 200.
I don't remember.
But it was nuts. He shows flashes of great talent. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
So the reason I think Rico Dowdle is going to get 1,000 yards is because I think Mike McCarthy's looking at what he did in Carolina. I mean, you guys know that he's already had experience splitting time as a back with Chuba.
Did he have Rico Dowdle in Cowboys when he was coaching Cowboys?
I think he did because remember. So he's a guy that's familiar with his team.
So he's familiar, yeah.
I think you're going to see Rico Dowdle get over 1,000 yards, and I wouldn't be shocked if he gets 8 or 10 touchdowns this season.
I honestly, I don't hate that pick. Yeah, I could see that.
And then I'm going to give you another one, and it's going to be on a recent pickup you mentioned, Michael Pittman Jr. Mm-hmm. Looking at the Steelers' receiving totals from last season, DK Metcalf had 59 catches on almost 100 targets for 850 yards. The next closest was by almost 20 receptions off and nearly 45 targets off and almost 500 yards off and 2 touchdowns off. So Michael Pittman, I look at what he did with the Colts, and I'm going to pull up his numbers.
Yes, he was a decoy for the Colts too. So
Alec Pierce
Yeah.
emerging late last season. I'm going to pull up Michael Pittman Jr. stats right here. I think Michael Pittman is going to average, and I'm going to make sure I get all his averages from the Colts before he went there. He had 80 catches last season for almost 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. I think he's going to have the 90 catch range, where
I think he could. Yeah, I think he could break over 1,000.
I could see realistically 80 to 85, but I think he's going to get somewhere between 900 and 1,000 yards.
I agree.
And I think he's going to get somewhere between 7 or 8 touchdowns. I think he's going to provide another reliable target, like you said.
Yes.
But I think he's going to be that consistent number 2 target where they'll give DK targets. I don't think he's going to have... I think he's going to have a similar amount of targets he did last season, 60 catches on maybe 100 targets.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less in the yard side, still like between 800 and 900 yards.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say he gets maybe about 6 or 8 touchdowns, DK.
Okay.
I think Michael Pittman's going to be maybe your leading receiver this season.
I agree. 100%.
I can see that realistically where
Yeah,
he leads in catches, he'll lead in yards, maybe lead in touchdowns or tie with DK in touchdowns.
I 100% agree. He's gonna not. DK's been our decoy, and we've had no good wide receiver too. This is the first one we've had since freaking Juju. So
We remember when they get you complimentary receivers, AB with Juju.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you got Pittman as a compliment to DK. And then also looking at Seattle when they had a decoy to help DK
yeah.
over the years. All right, so I'm going to ask you, what is your grade for the Steelers offseason?
I'm gonna go B plus.
Okay.
Okay, being a harsh critic, I was thinking A minus, but I'm gonna go B plus because there's still some gaps that we could have improved on. But I'm gonna go B plus. Yeah.
I'm going to go with a B.
Okay.
Because I think, number one, I think the quarterback group is a work in progress. This is a big development year for these guys. But it's not about the future, it's about now. I think you could have got one veteran to maybe help in case Rodgers gets hurt.
Yeah.
And I thought there were options where I was saying to myself, like Kyler Murray, do you guys kick the tires on him? No.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to go for Kyler. Yeah.
Right. You guys had Justin Fields 2 years ago with Russell Wilson. I know Russell Wilson didn't work out, but Justin Fields was there, and he was a flash in the pan for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, I thought they could have got a serviceable veteran that may have helped with the surrounding talent on the outside. And Bernard, I think, is going to be that dynamic guy inside with the 2 backs, and then the tight ends with Washington and Freiermuth. I thought you could have got a serviceable quarterback that just might know McCarthy's offense that would just help in case Rodgers did get hurt.
Yeah, I
and the
think
young guys aren't ready.
I think we didn't go for that because Rudolph's very familiar with our scheme and our team players in general. So I think we're comfortable with him, and he's not a bad backup. Honestly, he's led us. I mean, again, this was with Mike Tomlin, but again, he's led us to 9 wins, right? I think that one season without Big Ben.
I want to say
9 wins. So he's not a bad backup. Obviously, he's not great, but he's a solid QB to have as your backup.
But that's not the only reason I'm giving him as a B. I'm going with the fact that also I'm looking at the offensive line where that worries me. Because even when Rodgers goes down, can you trust Roger Jones to stay healthy for majority of the season? Do you think Fatanu is going to be primarily at left guard?
Yeah, and he was hurt as well.
And combined with that, I don't know. And then you got a rookie at right tackle where he is a good player, but he's also a rookie at right tackle for a reason. They're going to go after him.
Yeah.
And then your pass rush, to me, I know you're confident on it. I'm a little worried about the depth.
I'm not confident in it, but I have hope on it.
Okay.
O-line, I don't see any hope on it.
Yeah.
We do need an O-line for sure. I agree with that.
I just don't know, for me, if Herbig's going to be a double-digit sack guy. I don't know if Jack Sawyer's going to be somewhere, or he'll give you a couple, 6 to 8. I don't know if he's going to do that for you. I don't know if Derek Harmon's going to become a pass rusher instead of, while building on his run defense.
Yeah, he's mainly run defense.
I don't know who other than T.J. Watt. And I know Alex Highsmith is there, and he might be the guy that does get double-digit sacks. But I'm saying it takes more than one guy to be impactful. And TJ Watt can still be impactful in different ways, like you said.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I'm not banking on TJ Watt staying healthy. I'm not banking on Highsmith getting to that double-digit sack expectation. We know we can do it. But then I look at everybody else. Is Jack Sawyer going to be a guy that takes a leap forward? I don't know that pass rush step if they're going to take that step with Patrick Graham, who's not really a blitzer coordinating-wise. Right. He had Max Crosby in Vegas, yes, and he was with the Giants for a little bit. he's not a blitzing coordinator. Who's going to be that pass rush that okay, it can go win you a game, maybe outside of TJ Watt at times. And I don't know if TJ Watt can still produce at that high level he did early in his career. I'm not banking on that. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say because they didn't get maybe one of those guys that could help them a little bit. I do like the inside backers do. I think your secondary is good in the corner spot. I'm not too worried about Dean with Joey Porter Jr. The safeties, though, I will say I like Brisker. I do. Okay. I just think for me, Jalen Ramsey being a veteran that can help them with the ropes is nice. But Deshaun Elliott, he's a good veteran.
Well, Jalen Ramsey, I heard, is going to play like the strong safety.
Oh, he is going to play strong
safety.
Yeah,
that's what I heard, yeah.
Okay. Because they have Deshaun Elliott on the depth chart. But if Jalen's going to play strong safety...
That's what I'm hearing. So, again, this is like what I hear. It's not guaranteed, but...
I think it's solid, but it's not... it's good to solid, but it's not great where I'm like, okay, I have to worry about anything there. I'm going to go with the B.
Okay.
Because also, when I'm going to take a quick peek at the schedule here briefly for you guys. I think for you guys, the start can be really promising with Atlanta, who we'll get to later.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, you get home early. That's Cleveland, early in Cleveland. The Colts, who, again...
questionable.
Those are coin flip games. The Saints, you get at home. You get Cleveland at home before the bye week.
Yeah.
After the bye is where I look and say...
Yeah, those are tough games.
That's to me, I look at you guys. You guys have to go somewhere between 4. You guys have to be at least 4-4 heading into the bye week. I think that's a minimum. You have to be somewhere at 4-4. I think is realistic. I could see a scenario, in truth, where you might be better than 4-4. But
I honestly could see better than 4-4. I mean, I could see maybe 3 or 2 losses here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think you guys, to me, have the capability to start out really well, but your closing stretch is brutal. And I think with the issues that you have looming, I'm very concerned about your second half of the season and your weaknesses getting exposed at that point, especially in a tough division.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that is the first episode of our off-season grades. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you guys can get all the latest content for the off-season grades. This is only just the beginning of this series. We got one team down. We got 31 more to go, but it won't be him doing all 31 with me.
Unfortunately, not. No.
We will have a rotating cast of people. You might even just see me do it for a change. But that is the one down of 31 other teams left to do grading-wise. Steelers, we have the grade is in.
Yeah.
Find out who our next team is going to be on the next episode of this series-long team off-season grades. Until then, we will see you guys in the next episode of the off-season grades for launch time. And until then, I'll see you guys in August for the NFL preseason content for the 2026 season.
All right. Peace out.